I'm sure our audience has heard some of this before, but we look at your number, 44% retail to service is astounding. I mean, your retail commission this year alone is close to $8,000. What do you do with that money?
Well, what I do with that money is I invest it into my future. When I set my retail goal at the beginning of the year, I look and see what do I want to invest for my retirement, for my savings. And so when I'm looking at my retail and what I'm selling each week, I try to keep it so that whatever I'm making on my paycheck for my retail covers the cost of my investments. And what it does is it keeps me challenged, it keeps me focused, and it's worked for me for a number of years. And often I exceed what my retail goals are because does keep me really focused.
I mean, it's amazing what I'm hearing, because we constantly hear this from stylists, how do I stay motivated? But if I hear you correctly, what you're saying to me is that you've predetermined how much money every year you're going to save or invest in your 401k, and then you're challenging yourself to pay for that through your retail business. Is that correct?
That is exactly what I'm saying. At the beginning of the year when I set my goals, I not only set what I want to sell in retail and what I want to set in Heaven Service, I set what I want to save for my own personal finances. And my retail is based on that, so that at the end of the, when my pay comes in, I don't need to worry about taking out extra money to pay for my future, to invest for my future. That is looked after with what I sell in retail. My retail commission looks after that for me.
That's amazing. Now, Dawn, talk to me for a minute about tips, because we know that for the average stylist, 20% of their income can literally be in the form of tips. And for most stylists, it's money they don't keep track of, they don't pay attention. It's just mad money. What's your thought about that, and how do you manage your tips?
Tips are usually thought of as free money for stylists. You know, it goes in one pocket, it goes out the other, and they never think of it again. What I do is I like to save my tips and use it toward a household bill. Okay, so again, it's almost like goal setting. So I know that I've got a water bill or a power bill or a phone bill, whatever bill you choose to pay at the end of the month. So I save my tips. I take them out of my bag at night, I put them away, I forget about them. And when the end of the month comes, when I have enough, I pay off that bill. And it's fantastic because when my paycheck comes in at the end of the month, I don't have to take out that extra money to pay for those household bills. And it's a great way to set small goals for yourself and retain it. And it's a great way because it gives you that extra money to play with, or that extra money to invest, or whatever it is that you want to do with that extra cash in your pocket.
So I don't know if you're aware of this, but in the average household, 10% should go to savings, 20% should go to household expenses. So what you're telling me is that you're covering that 30% of your costs without ever touching your regular paycheck.
That's right. Yep. And you know, you may do it out of necessity at first, but eventually you do it out of habit. And you don't even think about it because it's money that, like I say, that comes in and out that often we just spend frivolously on lunches or impulse buying, whatever. But this way, it's money that you can kind of just forget about it and look after needs of your family. That's the way I look at it.